All right, everybody, welcome here to Sports Talk Network. And tonight, I'll be specifically to Steve's Wrestling Ramble. So I'm starting later than I usually do. I don't know if I'll have my team members with me in high capacity leave 322. If they'll be with me tonight. I know they will be with me next week, though. Next week on the show, I will be having my pay per view prediction episode for WWE Survivor Series, and we're having a plethora of guests to the point where we will be full. It'll be a full house here. 10 total people in the Google Hangout, 9 guests, and me as well. So it's certainly going to be entertaining. Because that's definitely, if you're interested and want to check it out here. Be stop by here along with stopping by with all other YouTubers that are doing predictions. At least on Thursday nights, I'll be live, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whenever. Welcome to watch then or watch again. However, whenever. I do want to say that shout out to another wrestling podcast, and that's the name of the show, another wrestling podcast, hosted by Steve Credo, co-hosted by Mike Colon and Angry Cooter. They did give the show shout out props on their show the past week, and they're saying that those two, at least the co-hosts, are going to be invading #Under Siege. They said on their program. And we're going to check out that episode, www.anotherwrestlingpodcast.com. Again, that is www.anotherwrestlingpodcast.com, and search their most recent episode, of course, and that's where they begin their show and end their show with talking about Steve's Wrestling Ramble here. Right off the bat, the first thing they talk about. So it's kind of cool that they did that with people that watched right in the beginning. So I really appreciate that in both sense. Now, I did hear they're talking about this show that Credo was a little miffed. Not getting part of the emails. It's all good. He's obviously always welcome. We'll see Credo if he's able to join. But we know we'll have Angry Cooter and Mike Colon. But definitely everybody go over there, check out the show. Hopefully the Packers do beat the Bears. But hopefully people are also able to watch Steve's Wrestling Rumble next week. Like I said, the Survivor Series prediction with those two guys from another wrestling podcast and others as well, to include Jane Steele and the Superstar. So, right. So, talk about WWE, the biggest thing being Chris Jericho. That's why you see Chris Jericho challenging Kenny Omega for Wrestle Kingdom 12 in the Tokyo Dome. Obviously, that's a big thing. Interesting to see Jericho and New Japan Pro Wrestling just for this one event for over Kenny Omega. I'm not too keen with the Bullet Club or Kenny Omega, meaning, not my cup of tea, but I respect all of them, I guess, in a sense. Just get under my skin in ways. But beyond that, no, it's going to be cool to have that matchup there for that big show again, Wrestle Kingdom 12. Just look forward to that specifically. As well, trying to think of other. Well, the other big WWE news is with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, them being asked to leave and kicked off the European tour, and this and that. What does that mean? They're going to visit themselves as they're supposed to, quote unquote, feed after the match between Sami Zayn and Kofi Kingston on SmackDown Live, the tape show. That did not happen, obviously. Those that watch the show know that. So as Sports Illustrated put it, going to business for themselves and just leaving there instead of staying there and to get beat up. Because what that was supposed to do is make New Day look bigger, more than just a comedy act for them when they do go into Survivor Series. If there is this match of the New Day versus the Shield in this singular match, like there is technically for the Cruiserweight title match, 1-on-1, with Kalisto and Enzo Amore, and a tag team match there, the New Day and the Shield versus SmackDown in a sense in that way, trying to build up New Day and be more than a comedy act, beating up two big powerhouses on SmackDown Live in their own tag team, right? There's Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Then when they lose to the Shield next Sunday, if that match actually does happen, which would have to be announced this upcoming week on Raw or SmackDown Live, and that's supposed to make the Shield look good, make New Day look at everybody looking good except for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Maybe that's why they did what they did. But I haven't heard anything from my sources or from anybody in general, anybody credible at least, on what's probably going to be happening. I know Dave Meltzer and others have suggested, gave rumors, thoughts on what could happen, should happen. For me, my thought process is if they really going into the business themselves, really fucking the system in a way, they definitely have to be suspended, especially for what was called detrimental to the company. And just like in the NFL, conduct detrimental to the league, you get suspended for 6 games. In the NFL, here in WWE, you're going to be suspended 6 months. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe a month at the most. And since Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are very highly popular WWE superstars, seeing them being suspended definitely will have shockwaves to the back in the locker room or in the locker room, because that'll show that WWE, specifically Vince McMahon and Triple H, those two, no matter who you are, you do something wrong, especially in that case, deliberately wrong against what was supposed to be planned, was supposed to happen, scripted, then they ain't gonna put up with that stuff, as they shouldn't. When they have a show to run, a company to run, things to do, and even the smallest thing can mess up the bigger picture, right? Even a single inaction or single decision or any decision you make, even indecisions, as I learned from my parents, an indecision is a decision. Inaction is an action. And that inaction or that decision, specifically in regards to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, as a reaction from WWE, and they can do what they please with their company. And to be quite honest, I wouldn't be shocked and I wouldn't be upset, so don't expect me to rant. BC Amplified will get amplified, as he called it, because, he does that for the views. But anyways, I won't even get upset anyway if they're fired. If WWE fires them for doing that. They're in their rights. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, yeah, they could try to sue for, that's probably, higher donation. Yeah, they're not going to win that case. And not because WWE being the multi-million-dollar company, it's just because WWE is a company having rules of regulation and the ways that they have to conduct the business, and you go against that, going into business for yourself, doing what you thought was best. Trust me, in all aspects, in all jobs, and I'm sure some that are listening now live or otherwise, if you're listening to this after the fact when it's posted on the channel, could actually agree with me, hopefully. And your own line of work, there's things you don't want to do, but you have to do. And it's not like things that you don't want to do because you feel that the boss is just making you these things and that it's abuse of power. No, it's actually things that you don't want to do, but they would ask any other employee to do. But you go into business yourself and just not do it, or just not show up to work the next day because you don't want to do whatever tasks are going to be asked, or you know ahead of time what's going to be asked you to do. You know how stupid that sounds here in that sense. I'll even think about it here with WWE in their world, in their way of doing business. And Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn think they're above WWE, that they can do whatever they dang well please. No, can't. John Cena can't. Roman Reigns can't. Heath Slater can't. Sasha Banks and Alexa Bliss can't. No one in WWE, man or woman, that's talent, that is a WWE superstar, can do that and get away with it at all. At the very least, what I would want to see happening here in regards to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn is them being fined a good amount of money. And when I mean good amount of money, I mean $1 million and more for each. Not together. Not splitsies. Each. For me, if I was Vince McMahon, if I was Triple H, if I was leading WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment, hopefully BC Amplified, good mic work, another wrestling podcast, other YouTubers are listening. I'm to send this video to them on Twitter, because I know Renee is on Twitter. Another wrestling podcast, on Twitter at A Wrestling Pod. BC Amplified on Twitter at BC Amplified. Good Mic Work on Twitter at Good Mic Work. At WWE, at Triple H, at Vince McMahon. All simple, easy, to the point Twitter handles for all those podcasts and, WWE. I'm the owner of WWE. But I'm just saying, if I was in charge, what I would do is suspend them. You know what? No. Because if you suspend them, even without pay, it's during the holiday season, so they get to spend time with their family, which is in the end good. Which really is that really on your foot down. Be quite honest, for something that serious, for something that wrong. And I know somebody think, it's not nothing big, or it's just, whatever, get over it, move on, because it's Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I don't think so. Okay, so to continue what I was saying, what I would probably do is fine $2 million each and suspended for 2 weeks. Or even more so, just simply suspend them for 1 week without pay. 1 week. Yeah, I know that seems like it's on top of the list, but guess what that means? No pay. And they are not going to be on Survivor Series at all, which means they're not getting any payday and any kickback from the pay-per-view, DVD sales, and otherwise. All that stuff. So that would be me. Also, if I want to be an ass, I would fire them too. I would find them, and days later, fire them. Because that stuff has to be zero tolerance. Thank you, Renee. Zero tolerance. You're putting up with that bullcrap, and you shouldn't have to put up with that bullcrap. Not from any WWE superstar, man or woman. Again, tweet this out to WWE. Tweet this out to this video, and maybe even if you can, this section of the video. But then again, this video won't be too long in its own right, this episode. But no, that's just my opinion on it. That's how I see it. And actually, I'm going to let my people know, or let my team know, that I'm having some hot takes right now on Sami's. I'm having some good regards to Zayn and Owens situation, because that's it's just crazy to me that people are just right off their shoulder not caring, thinking it's nothing big, thinking it's over exaggerated. Maybe it is. Maybe in the end I'm wrong. Maybe in the end it was just a miscommunication and they didn't know or forgot or this and that. They were supposed to do that, and that was part of everything and whatnot. What if it was a ladder? And they are deliberately going into business for themselves? I don't know. So now as I reach out to my team members, maybe they will be joining. So those that are watching the video, welcome to continue. I don't know. I just find it interesting that they really get away with something like that. I don't think that should be the case. Because that should be something that should be zero tolerance. And again, like I said, if I was Triple H, I was in charge of WWE, I'd fire them. Doesn't mean they can't come back, but for what they did, you gotta send a message, not only to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, but to the locker room, that stuff won't be tolerated. You don't do that. You don't, in a way, straight your face, or straight at the face of a company. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. It was ironic and interesting in the fact that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn is their personalities not only on screen but off screen. the way that they seem to conduct business in general, and all of this in wrestling. It'd be what it be, right? And we'll move on. We got Survivor Series to worry about. Like I said, no one's bigger than the company. The company moves on. Survivor Series happening next Sunday on pay-per-view. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's the end result. I know a lot of people would. I know a lot of people would be upset if that happens because I've already seen that on Twitter. That's the WWE Network. WWE is terrible and all this and that if Owens and Zayn are fired. For me, if Owens and Zayn are fired, I have like a half smile, maybe not smirk, but a half smile only for the fact of you can't let superstars get away with it. No, I won't be upset either if it's just a fine or whatever. Now, if nothing at all happens, then I might be a little bit upset, a little bit. But if there's something, some kind of repercussion to them, financially or otherwise, and I mean in that way, not just in-person reprimanding, talk to, then okay, fine. I'm fine with that. I move right along, as everybody else is. But we'll certainly have to see what exactly is going to be happening in that respect, in that regard. Whatever it be. Now, Raw and SmackDown Live from this week were pretty good. Like I said, I have my Raw review, SmackDown Live review, so I'm pretty much need to talk too much about that. If any of my team members were able to join in, let them talk about the shows. Again, next week they will be here. So I know Mark Ramble now seems like he's only able to be for pay-per-view events, which is fine because school, only school year, his final one. I think go with him and Kyron being seniors. So really cool. Be cool in a sense. But yeah, they will be, and along with others, will be here tomorrow or next week. So don't worry, next week's going to be a good episode. Not just a good episode, it'll be with more people here. And this tonight's episode certainly is interesting and controversial, in my opinion, on the Zayn Owens situation. But in my opinion on it, which is my strong opinion, of course, I don't mince words, and when I want to, I don't stumble or mumble because I want to make sure people know exactly what I'm saying about a topic, especially something like this when I'm making a comment that I did about it or what I want to see happening to them. But no, next week's going to be even better, even more lit because we're talking about Survivor Series. We're going to have great guests and hopefully we get a crap ton of views because we want people to see this. And no, that Steve Wrestling Ramble is not just here to play. We're here to become something here on YouTube and be everybody out there, everybody's go-to podcast to go to and to talk to WWE. Now I know that he probably won't be the only one because there's a lot of other great ones out there. I'm not the only one out there. Like I said, another wrestling podcast, and they're on with YouTube clips and specifically on their website, otherwrestlingpodcast.com, another wrestlingpodcast.com. Thanks, Renee. And go from there. But there are other YouTubers. There are other ones like JD from NY206, VC Amplified, Joe Cronin Show, Nick Nightmare, Sledgehammer Radio Podcast, and here's a plethora of others to watch, but hopefully in time, Steve Wrestling Ramble can be your number one. Your first one to go to, you're part of the notification squad and be one of the first ones watching each time. It'll be greatly appreciated as well. Enjoy each and every episode, each and every Thursday for Steve's Wrestling Ramble specifically. But certainly next week will be more exciting. I know I only talked about two major things and not about the Raw and SmackDown shows. Like I said, I do that in my own reviews on Monday and Tuesday nights. So I leave Thursday for Steve's Wrestling Ramble for my team members to talk about the shows if they're actually on. And if they're not, then I just talk about a couple of news items, and then bada boom, we're done for the episode each week. So just letting you know ahead of time, this is your first video you're watching in regards to Steve Wrestling Ramble. I thank you for stopping by. Let me know what you think. Comment section below here for those watching our card. But yeah. But my response to another wrestling podcast, I look forward to you guys being here. Just bring it. I'm ready. Trust me, I'm good to go. Well, hopefully everyone has a great rest of your evening. Doesn't seem like any of my team members should be able to join since they start later in the evening here. But like I said, everyone enjoy the stream. I'll be back tomorrow at some point with my reviews of Life in Pieces and Riverdale, my Riverdale review. Riverdale review of most recent episode. But everybody enjoy your evening. Be back tomorrow. Above all else, as always, take care.